Welcome to my home lab. In the previous video, we created a system backup from our newly installed OpenMediaVault 8 installation. Today, we're going to remove this installation and restore it with our backup. We are on the dashboard from our newly installed OpenMediaVault. It's version 8. You see it here. Version 8.1.0/2. In the previous video, we installed OpenMediaVault Extras and created a backup. You can find the link in the upper right corner. Today, we're going to destroy this installation and restore the backup to a new working environment. The first thing we need is to go to SystemRescue. You see here the link for the website and download the system. You go to download and you can download the ISO from one of these links. Once downloaded, you can use Rufus if you have Windows to put it on a USB stick, or you can use Etcher. You can see that in the previous video, how we do that. For this video, I follow the tutorial Restore OpenMediaVault System Backup made with OpenMediaVault Backup plugin. So, as I told you before, you have to download the SystemRescue live image. So this one here. And before the system is broken, so it's best to do that if you create a backup, you have to check this one. So we open the terminal, do SSH with root and the IP address from our server, password. So we do ls sys firmware. Enter. And you see we don't have FE. We don't have this one. So we don't have a system running on UEFI. You're going to see that later on in the video. So next step is the SystemRescue. Told you before. And in the previous video, I showed you the backup files and what they mean. See it here. Next, we're going to do the restore part. So one important thing, if you have done your homework, don't panic. It's very important. Also important, you have to connect a keyboard, a mouse and a monitor on the OpenMediaVault server. So mostly an OpenMediaVault server runs without a keyboard, mouse and monitor, only a network connection, but for this you need these three things. So we're going to start up the SystemRescue program on our OpenMediaVault server. See you in a minute. I start up the OpenMediaVault server with SystemRescue USB and the USB with the backups. As you can see, we have a couple of options. For this first part, we use using default options. Click on it and the system will start up. It only take a minute. We wait a little bit. So today we recover our backup from OpenMediaVault. We are almost there. It's only 1 minute. Et voilà. the system is started up. The first command is start X. So start X, enter. Again, only 1 minute. Almost there. And voila. The system is started up. This one can remove. First, we go to gparted. Make it some bigger. On the first drive, the SDA, we have our OpenMediaVault system. See, MediaVault and a swap file. First, we're going to remove everything. So we do swap file, delete, extended partition, delete, ext4, delete. Apply. It's only take a minute. So everything is gone. Now we create a new partition, primary partition, ext4, align to none, and add. Apply. It's only 1 minute, closed, et voilà. We have a new SDA1 with nothing on it. Everything is removed. Next, we go to gparted devices. We look to SDB. SDB is our rescue system. You see it here, label rescue. So this is the system we started up. We go again to gparted devices and we go to SDC. SDC is our backup USB stick. The one we created in a previous video. So we go back to our first SDA. So on this system, we're going to recover OpenMediaVault. Now, because I use an AZERTY keyboard, I have to change the settings. So we go to settings, keyboard, layout. I remove the default, add Belgian. Here, Belgian, okay, and I remove English. If you have a QWERTY keyboard, you can remove this step. It's not for you. It's only for people with AZERTY keyboard. We close it. Now we go to the terminal. See here, terminal, open it, make it a little bigger. Sorry. The first command is lsblk. We view all the drives. As you have seen it previous part, we have SDA, nothing on it. SDB, our rescue USB stick. SDC is our backup. First part is mount the SDC1, so the one with the backup, to SDB, our rescue system. So, this system. We create a directory, mkdir, mount, mnt, backup. Backup, you can choose whatever you want, but it's a nice name. Enter. The directory is created. Now we mount SDC1 to that directory. So mount mnt, that SDC1 to our mount directory. Backup. See, we mount our USB stick with the backup to our newly created backup mount. Okay, that's okay. Now we can go inside that directory and view the backups. So we do cd mnt backup. Then we have backup with a capital, omv backup, and we do ls all. So we see everything. And you can see we have all the files here. Today we're going to use grep parts, see that in a minute, and the FSA file, the biggest one here, with the data. These two we're going to use to create our new system. The first copy is to copy the partitions. It's a long command, so dd if equals to mnt backup with the capital omv, and the backup file, see it here, same file from here, with grep parts. Two or so of equal to that SDA. So we copy the partitions from our backup USB stick to device SDA. So this one. So you need to make sure it's SDA. If we have here another, you have to change this one also. Okay. And voila. The first part is okay. Now we copy the data with fs archiver rest fs out backup with capital, in my case, OMV backup, backups. Now we use the FSA file. So the biggest one here, you see it here. So FSA ID equals to now with the destination equals to SDA1. So again, this one. You have to make sure you copy it to the right drive. With command V. So verbose. Enter. And voila. The system is copying the data. See, it's very quickly. Already 20%. Almost halfway. It depends also on the speed of your USB and your computer, of course. See, 60%. We are almost there. 80%. 90. Almost there. Wait until finished. Et voilà. Everything is copied. Now we go to gparted again and refresh the devices. You see, we have an error, but we can ignore that for the moment. Ignore it. Et voilà. We have our SDA1 with the data, and we have space for a swap file, but the swap file is not yet there. You see it here. So we create a swap file. New swap Linux swap here, and align to none. So we use everything from the space. Add. Yes. we can apply it. Apply. Again, we have the error, but we ignore that. Et voilà. The swap file is created. Now we format it to Linux swap. Again, apply. Apply. Et voilà. Our system is ready. You see here, the Linux swap is SDA5. You need to remember that. If you have another number or another letter, you need to adjust the commands. Now we're going to mount this system, so the OpenMediaVault system, to our SystemRescue. Because we have still two errors. I'm going to show you information from the Linux swap. We have the wrong UUID. First. The second is we don't have grub installed on our system. So we have two things to do. So first, we go back to our terminal. We clear it. Now we create a directory on our SystemRescue for OpenMediaVault. So mkdir, mnt, mount, omv. Again, omv is whatever you want. Enter, the directory is created. Now we mount dev sda1. Again, make sure you have the right drive. You see it here. This one, sda1, to our newly created directory. So mnt omv. So if you choose here another name, you need the name also here. This one and this one has to be the same. Enter. So we mount the OpenMediaVault drive to our SystemRescue. Now we need to view the UUID inside our OpenMediaVault from the swap file. Therefore, we open a text editor. Voilà. We make it a little bigger. Now we open the fstab file from OpenMediaVault. So we go to File, Open, Other Locations, Computer. So first we need to go to the mount directory, the OpenMediaVault. Here we have our OpenMediaVault files and directories. We go to etc and we look for fstab. A little bit down, almost there. fstab, you see it here. Click on it, and here you see we have the UUID from ext4, this one, and the swap file. You need to copy this one, copy it, open a new tab, and paste it in. So we need to change our UUID from the swap file to this number or token. Therefore, we go back to the terminal and we do the command swap file label swap label. So change the label. The device in my case is SDA5. So again, you see here, you remove that for the moment. See here, the swap file is SDA5 in my case. So this one and this one has to be the same. So the command is capital U, capital U with the UUID from our FS file. So we paste it in. So swap label, this one as the A5, change the UUID to this number. Enter. Voila, that's okay. We go back to gparted, refresh the devices, go here information, and voila. You see here UUID has changed. So the first part is okay. The last part, we need to install grep on SDA1. So we can close everything, close this one, close departed, close our text editor. We don't need to save the changes, and reboot. So we're gonna reboot again with still the SystemRescue USB inside the server. So we do reboot. Enter. See, the system is starting up. Here voila. We are back at the first screen. This time we boot a Linux operating system installed on the disk. So we're not gonna start up SystemRescue, but we're gonna start up our newly created OpenMediaVault. So we select it. I'm gonna leave it run so you see everything is working fine. System is starting up. For the moment we're still in SystemRescue, but we're gonna see we have changes here. Now we can select our drive. So in our case, it's device SDA1. Okay. Press enter to boot from device SDA1. Okay. So now we're starting OpenMediaVault. Again, it's only take a minute. We are there. So we can log in. The login is not the login from the browser, but with root. We need the root login and root password. So we log in with root. Oh, sorry. Root. And the password we choose on the setup. Et voilà. We are inside. Now we need to install grep and start again. So grep install. On our device SDA. So make sure you are on the right drive. In my case is SDA without a number. It's the drive. Enter. Installing for i386 PC platform. Installation finished. No error reported. Now I do shut down. Now. So I'm gonna stop the system. I'm gonna remove the USB stick with SystemRescue and start up the system again. I stop the video here and come back with the newly created system. See you in a minute. You see, we have to wait a little bit. We have some waiting to do before the system is stopping. I speed up the process and come back with the newly system. For the last part, I boot up the system and look what happened. You have to wait a moment. The system is booting up. And voila, the system is started. You see, we can go to 192.168.129.108. So I change the configuration and come back with a browser window. We are on a different computer in a browser, and we have 192.168.129.108 with the login screen. Admin. So this time we don't use root, but admin from the previous video, and the password. We log in. Et voila. We have again a working system. If we go to System, Backup, Settings, you see we have the settings and the backup from the previous video. Also, we have OpenMediaVault extras installed. In the next video, we're gonna create multiple backups with Assembler. So we're gonna use this system. Before we close the video, I created a file with all the commands on my GitHub account. You found the link in the description below the video. See here all the commands. First, boot up the settings for the keyboard. If you have in Belgium, we remove OpenMediaVault partitions. We mount our USB drive. We have the two copy commands, the copy for the partitions, copy for the data. Then we mount our OpenMediaVault drive. We view the UUID. We change the UUID. We reboot the SystemRescue to OpenMediaVault. And we install grep. Then we remove everything and start again. We are at the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, give thumbs up or leave a comment. Thank you very much and see you later.